Hello, everyone. It's Kaylee from the Healing Sound Arts program. And today I thought I would do a little video about different ways that healers work. Sometimes healers work from home. We may have offices. So sometime in the future, you may want to listen to this, and it's like planting a seed for some ideas for the future of how you may work. And by the way, my program has 2 spots open, so if you're interested, please get in touch with me. You can move into being a professional healer. The things that I've noticed about working from home, I'll just start with the home-based business, is it can be very freeing and very flexible, because if you're in your own space, you have a lot of control over what time you work and when you want to use the space and all of that. You can also set it up the way you want, and you don't have to pay like a separate rent for your space, right? If you're going to an office. And so that is all great, but sometimes you may have family members who are home. You may have kids that maybe they're sick from school, or maybe your partner, is home from work, or you might even have other people you live with, parents and things like this. Or in this pandemic, we're all forced to stay at home. And so you have less control over the sounds in your environment and what is happening. You could hear, a TV or radio in the other room, or, you could have somebody talking on the phone in the other room and all of that. So it's kind of difficult, but the thing I would say is that you just have to make the best of it, and you just have to know that that's what the environment is showing you right now. That's what is being handed to you right now, and you just kind of work with it. Now, when you play crystal singing bowls, usually when you get them going in a sustain, and when I say sustain, I mean the sound is going, you're going around and around the rim, especially if you're playing more than one. It makes a sustain, and it can blast out basically any other sound or noise in the environment. So that's a plus if you have crystal singing bowls. Another thing I would say is that it is the practitioner. So if the sounds in the space of your home where you're working irritate you or bother you, you have to work on that, because you're holding the frequency field, the space, for your client to entrain with. So that can be a challenge sometimes. And renting a space, you can rent it from someone else who already has their own healing space, but they're renting to you a couple days a week, or you can just go rent your own space and do whatever you want in the room and see your clients however you'd like to. However, when you're renting a space, there are some things to consider. When you're using sound, you have to make sure that it's quiet enough for your clients and yourself, but then it's also a place where you're able to make sounds. Because some of the sounds that we make with our voice, and when we sing into a person's body or into their soul, and we have to make these sounds with our voice, a lot of times they're not pretty melodies, or they're not sweet, like, sing-songy, fall asleep kind of sounds. Sometimes they can be quite jarring, or like really electric, or sounds that other people that may be renting offices or space next to you might not be used to hearing. So when you're looking for a space and you're using sound, you may have to consider those things and ask the person if it's going to be okay to have a sound practitioner, because when you're playing a drum, that can become very loud. And the bowls can be very loud, especially the large bowls, and your voice can be pretty loud. So that's one thing to consider. Another thing that you might want to look at is if the room is padded, if it's made for sound. Like if it's a sound studio and you're renting it a couple days a week, that might be nice because it's made for sound, right? You want to look at this, I forgot the name of it, but it's a certain tile on the ceiling that will help dampen the sound so it's not as loud. The sound coming out isn't as loud. And then you also want to use fabrics like pillows and cushions and curtains over the windows and like padding to go on the floor. For maybe if you have groups in that room, you can use a little tie mat. Is what I use. It's a tie mat. There's one on the floor behind me, but basically I can fold that in half and it turns into a little couch kind of thing. If I have a group, I can fit 3 people on it, and then I just have a couple other meditation cushions around for people to sit in a circle. So those are nice. And then when I want to do a one-to-one session, I just unfold it. Sometimes people use a massage table for sound, and it's really nice to use a massage table because it's easier on the practitioner's body, first of all. And then another neat thing that you can do is if you have crystal singing bowls, you can put those under the table and the sound kind of goes up and moves into the person's body, which is really beautiful. It's a nice feeling to have sound moving upward into the body. So, but I've just gotten used to using a tie mat on the floor because it's just easier wherever I go, wherever I set up, and I tend to be nomadic kind of person. I can set it up for a group, I can set it up for one-to-one sessions, and it moves around very easily. I don't have to pack it up. Like a massage table, you would have to like pack it up or move it way over to the side, and it takes up a lot of room. So that is kind of the positives of, renting a space, and the things to look out for. So I hope this video helped you, and if you have any questions and you want me to make a video on something and you're a natural healer, also check out my program. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you'll get more videos like this. I do a bunch of sound baths, and I also do informative videos like this for natural healers who want to step right into becoming who they are meant to be. So have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video.